Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Downtown Kato Paphos. That's where we are. We're wiggling and we're waggling past the Dionys Central Hotel. And of course, if your name is Lady Kirstine, well, that's where you're coming next July. And we thank you for becoming a superstar member on the little channel known as Marika and me. Deliveries are afoot everywhere. What time is it? 11:15 in the morning. There's a bit of rain around, as you may have noticed, which is unusual and a bit of a novelty in downtown Paphos. Obviously, if you're a tourist, perhaps it's not what you want, but remember, it's not going to last very long. Don't be thinking this is in for the day. Well, perhaps I should keep my mouth closed. Maybe it will be, but unlikely. I'll bet you in around about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, the sun will come out, and within an hour, you'll be hard pushed to tell if we have ever had any rain at all. Now, on the note of the channel and superstars, there's many that are joining us, and we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. Lady Kerry and Sir Tony, all the way in downtown Cornwall, we thank you very much. Of course, Sir Phil and the girl who likes a butterfly or two, Lady Sharon, in downtown Cornwall again, isn't it? Yes, Cornwall. I was going to say Coventry, but I'm only joking. I know you're from Cornwall. And of course, you're coming out next May. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Of course, the superstars all the way down in Southend, if your name's Sir Bernie, there's a girl in your life called Lady Jan. Thanks for the pictures of the classic Jag yesterday. It looked nice, and of course, when it's all done up, it's going to look beautiful. And I do fancy getting the classic Jag. I think I might get one of the last generation. I think it was called the X358, which was basically the Jag that you sent me the pictures of. And I want one in black with full black leather, and it's got to have that supercharged engine as well. But I also want a Bentley. But of course, we need funding. So on that note, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. Hitting the like doesn't cost you a penny. Hitting the subscribe button doesn't cost you a penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you see. And of course, they can then recommend our little channel to like-minded smart people like yourselves. But if you do want to keep us afloat and keep us making these special videos for you, all you have to do is hunt in Google the magic words "buy me a coffee, Marika and me," and of course up will come our landing page, and you will have the opportunity to buy us a virtual coffee or two or three or four or five. Big shout out to the girl in charge of the show, of course that's Dame Anne. She bought us 10. Wow, thank you very much indeed. Miss Kirstine, she bought us a couple, and then she decided to join us as a superstar member as well. Thank you very much indeed. This is what keeps us afloat, and this is what keeps those special videos coming for you. If you want to shout out, if you want to get closer to Marika and me, why not join us as a superstar member at only €10 a month? Takes all the complications out of it, and of course it just happens automatically every month, and then you will know that we will be here day after day after day after day. Alexander the Great Hotel's coming up. Very popular hotel indeed. Of course, Dame Anne likes to stay there. If your name's Lady Ness and there's a man in your life who's frantically earning all of that money to make sure that you can come on holiday, yeah, we're talking about Lord Andy from downtown in Shropshire. They'll be off to Scotland, then they're off to Belgium, and then guess what? They're coming back to Paphos. They are indeed. Talking about Andy's, there's another Sir Andy just over the border in Staffordshire, and he's got a beauty in his life, and of course that is Lady Justine, and they'll be coming back to Paphos, well, we hope so, next year. We're looking forward to seeing them again and again. And a big shout out to Ollie the dog. One or two princesses I like to watch. If your name's Princess Kylie and you're living in downtown Nelson in South Wales, a big shout out to you, and of course to your mum, Lady Anne-Marie, and to your dad, Sir Michael. We're missing you like crazy, and you never know, we might get to spend our birthday, which is the 25th of February, together in downtown Paphos. You never know. Let's take a right and let's go the wrong way down the hotel's road, especially for you. And of course there's one or two other princesses around, isn't there? Yeah, we've just said Calimera to Princess Layla. She's in downtown South Wales. And of course there's Princess Maggie a very, very good morning to you. And of course, in downtown Nantwich, there's a young lady known as Princess Megan. She's got a gangster of a brother. He's known as Gangster Max. And a big shout out to her mum, of course, Lady Jessica, and a big shout out to the man in her life and our great friend, my great friend indeed, no doubt about that, the computer whiz kid. Of course, a very, very Calimera to Sir Simon. And talking about computers, Simon got to meet up with Lord Damon Ritchie, and they had a bit of a chin wag about computers. So big shout out to Lord Ritchie, and of course the girl, the flame in his life, Lady Zuzka, in downtown Bratislava. What's your weather like, Damon? What's your weather like? Drop it in the comments and let us know. Is it getting chilly over there now? Is it getting icy? If your name's Lady Anna, my superstar, in downtown Krakow, what's your weather like? Drop it in the comments and let us know. Lubika, Lady Lubika, she's in downtown Warwickshire. She's coming to Paphos soon. Let us know what your weather's like. And of course, Lady Andrea and Sir Mart in downtown Norwich. We've watched you driving around on your little YouTube channel, Andrea and Mart, and of course it was a bit damp that night, and luckily Mr. Mart stopped at those traffic lights and he's frantically practicing his karaoke because he knows that he's coming back to Paphos and we're going to drag him to the karaoke bar. Talking about karaoke, perhaps if your name is Baron John, you got a girl in your life who likes that little bit of cheese and the odd bottle of wine. Forget the glasses. That's Baroness Louise. They're coming to Paphos in April. And guess what? They're going to come back and do it all over again in May. And then they're going to bring the singing sensation, Miss Fern. And of course, if Miss Fern's coming, that means Harry the Keeper is coming. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a party of a lifetime. This is the Hotels Road and we're going the wrong way. And just over there is the Louis Fyton Beach Hotel. Wow, great hotel indeed. Lots of people have stayed there. Lady Anne-Marie and of course Sir Michael. That's where they got married. And of course Princess Kaylee was the bridesmaid of honour. And we were graced to be invited and we made a special little video. If you want to watch that video, Google it in the YouTube search bar. Marika and me, Anne-Marie and Michael's wedding. What a great day it was. It really was a sensational day indeed. Let's head out towards the Rikos beach and see what it looks like when we look out across the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea on a slightly greyish, slightly dampish day. But I promise you the view, well, I think so. I think the view is going to be a view quite simply to die for. Hold on a minute. Live. We've got some business coming in. It's my brother, so we'll hang up on him. We'll speak to him a little bit later. It's as simple as that. All he wants to know is, what are we doing next? Well, if I was him, I'd go and get a frappe or something like that. Let's go and have a look at the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And if you look carefully now, you can see it's actually starting to brighten up. As I said, normally the weather changes very quickly. We'll get 10, 15, 20 minutes of a downpour, and then of course the sun breaks through the clouds and it starts to bring back the blueness to the sky and of course the blueness to the blue Mediterranean Sea. Let's get the end and let's turn around and park up and get a spectacality of a view indeed. So don't click off just yet, because I'm promising you, you're going to get a spectacality of a view out into the abyss across the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're in the third week of October, if you're curious to know. Outside it says it's 21 degrees, inside it says it's 16 degrees. I've got my heated seats on one bar, I've got my heated steering wheel on, the aircon's on, there's a Romeo and Romeo and Juliet in one hand and a lighter in the other, and I'm trying desperately to avoid all of these potholes and all sorts of big holes in the road, and some of them are even being masked by the odd puddle or two. This is a road from hell, by the way. If your name's Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, get your bottom on a memory foam pillow. Just before you do, pour a tot or two for the legend, the superstar known as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. I hope you can see that big bird. It's taken off from Paphos Airport, and that is a Ryanair. So it's heading somewhere, probably to the UK, and it's taken home some superstars. We know it'll land, it'll fill up, and it'll bring some more superstars all the way to downtown Paphos. Let's go and park up and let's have a spectacality of a view indeed, and finish on a real high, especially for you. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming back to the little channel of Marika and me, and some of your nice comments. It melts our hearts, it really does. Look at that. I don't think you can get much better than that, can it? That quite simply is a view to die for. That's back towards the hotels, the hotel strip as we call it. There's a nice coastal pathway all the way along from this furthest hotel, which is the Louis Vuitton Hotel. It'll take you, you know, depending on your health, depending on your fitness, whether you're walking or jogging or running, obviously. But if you're going to walk it at a leisurely pace, it'll probably take you 30 to 35 minutes to get to the Paphos Promenade, and then another 10 minutes to get to the harbour. So even though it's the furthest hotel from where the main event is, that's still within walking distance, and it's quite a well lit pathway, and provided it doesn't rain, you'll be doing all right. And Louis Vuitton Beach, to be honest, I think is a very nice hotel indeed, and most people who stay there tell us that they've had a great time indeed. And of course, more recently, the superstars all the way from downtown Scotland, they came and stayed there. And I'm talking about my cousin, King James. And of course, if you're a king, that must mean you've got a queen as a wife. That's Queen Corinne. Now, if you've got a daughter and your father's a king and your mum's a queen, that must mean that you are a princess. So that has to mean that we're talking about Princess Darling, the superstar who did us the great honour to appear in one of our videos. And we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. And we had a great time meeting you 2 or 3 times, and we know you had a great holiday, and we're looking forward to seeing you all over again and again. Thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to come back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. If you look carefully now, you can see there's a gentleman sitting on a deck chair, and he's got his umbrella right down, and you've got to take your hats off to him. That's a guy that really wants to get his suntan really topped up, that's for sure. Look at that. See, fun and games in downtown Kato Paphos. None of us take life very seriously indeed, and the blueness is coming back. All it's missing is you. So why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, we're waiting especially for you. That's a view to die for.